What's up, guys? Evan 47 there. Welcome to Watch for Plus. Got more content coming your way. So, as you know, and I've seen some of the most wretched, depraved, deplorable things on the planet and review them for your viewing pleasure and mine for the most part, because at the end of the day, I do watch them because I was interested in viewing them. Most of the shows I have privated or unlisted, so therefore there's no shows that I have on my channel that I haven't been interested in watching. Now, I've got shows like this, right, where I went into it like, you know what, this is gonna be easy, bing bang boom, I'm gonna get in and out, I got a video to review, it's that easy. But it made me think of so many tropes, so many like parallels for romance animes in general, why I fell in love with them, period. And it also reminds me how like the monotony and just plain straightforward, like everything is just easy to fall into, right? So we have here Mahou Shoujo wa Kiss Shite Kawaru. I butchered that name. I don't really care, but you know, just get over that. Basically, long story short, you have another magical girl anime, except it is exclusively through blackmail how she became a magical girl. So she isn't even like wanting to be one, essentially. So that's just very fun. And it ends on a massive cliffhanger because there are no other episodes or sequels or series whatsoever. So basically, they pull a fast one on us, right? We have this couple here, Ken and Aori, just chilling at the bench. It's like, oh, I love you, Ken. Like, oh, I love you too. Haha, we just watched a romance movie. Now we're in a romantic parlance right now on the bench. You know what I mean? Because they're not going at it on the bench, but they're basically having like a little back and forth conversation. And then a weird tentacle monster that looks like a moldy shaft for some reason is really, really random and disgusting. Just you know, just ethers his entire chest. He now has a hole in his chest, no Iron Man, and he's just gasping for air. And the blood effects on his mouth right now looks like it's like the Hisoka sticky gum on his mouth, except it's red. So that's low budget, I guess, you know. Well, not low budget for the whole show, just for the blood special effects on the specific main character that sparked the whole series. So once we see that, we flash all the way back to the beginning of this whole arc. Apparently Ken and Aori were childhood friends. They were childhood friends from the start. And Aori from the very beginning was like, hey, I want to marry you, Ken. You are made for me. And then Ken's like, shit, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? So, you know, they're just being friends throughout the entire time. Aori gets a confession from the student council president. She's like, no, sorry, I'm trying to get in with Ken. And the student council president is like, oh, all right, see you. And then now they're a couple officially. They're going out nonstop, just that and third. And you know, there's friends, they're childhood friends who turn to the couple. That trope, that very just blooming potential trope, is just like, oh wow, I wish that were me, but like, it's so cute. That type of situation there, right? They go at it, and at the very end of episode 1, we see them going on multiple dates. We see them basically talking to each other in class. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is basically the whole romantic build-up that I fell in love with all slice of life romance shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, the actual formation of a relationship is very wholesome-esque. And out of nowhere, this random magma monster just comes and just kills Ken. And so we have Ken on the brink of death. Random dude, white haired dude, looks like Kabuto's with longer hair and a lot more cooler. He pulls up and says, hey, Aori, you see that monster back there? And the monster's just screaming. Yeah, so I can have you defeat that monster back there and revive your friend. All you gotta do is one simple thing. And he's just like smiling, like, it's just a simple thing. She's just screaming over, you know, the typical trope of like the person who obviously is like leagues above the entire universe. Like, hey, you need help? And everything behind him just burning up, going in flames, blowing up, and they're just calm. Looks like a bullet just going right past the forehead, and that's just fine. And the person asks like, dear God, please help me, I'll do anything. And he's like, okay, so all you gotta do is just and you get the power to become a magical girl, and you can fight that thing behind me, and your friend gets revived. Sound good? And she's like, oh God, I really, and then the monster hits Ken again. He's like, okay, fine, go ahead, whatever, I don't care, revive him. And then she accepts it, and now for the remainder of episode 2, she's just getting ethered throughout the entire episode and becoming a magical girl in the process, and basically changing her entire appearance and fighting crime. That trope right there, also the whole killing the very first person we are introduced to 3 frames into the show. I just got finished watching Invincible, and if you haven't, spoiler alert, if you haven't noticed, it's a very intense show. They're like really like front loading you with a lot of death, carnage, and damage to make you realize, oh, this is not the average typical show. It's a bit more advanced in the term of, you know, just not caring about the death of the main heroes in the story. Now, since this is like my 5th review of a magical girl power show, probably in a row, I don't know, I lost count, I started to ask myself, number one, when were these shows made? So yeah, Sailor Venus Century 5, 1994, doesn't fit what I'm going for here. And then you got this show I'm reviewing right now, made in 2014. I'm like, that's very interesting. When was Madoka Magica fully animated? Boom, 2011. Now, could this have been riding the way of Madoka Magica to get those clean magical girl points? Sure, why not? Because as I mentioned before, 2011, it was pretty huge, it's still huge now, and it's very psychological. And it almost has like one parallel, the whole,
I'm holding your reality in ransom because everyone around you is dying. The only thing you can do about it is become a magical girl.
That type of nonsense, but otherwise, it's completely different show. But yep, that was interesting. And also Ken being suspicious throughout the entire story when he's watching Kabuto clone just walk with his girl, and the excuse like, oh yeah, I was giving her a tour, and then the thing's like, but you guys smell like you had multiple sessions. What is going on? He didn't mention this whatsoever because, again, smell doesn't exist in the universe, thank God, because imagine if it did, that's to describe everything that's going on there. But he's eerily suspicious. And does he find out? Who knows? Honestly, who cares? And if he never finds out, it's on NTR. That was Mahou Shoujo. May we never see a magical girl blackmail-esque show again. Because mind you, they're fun to watch in theory, but watching them, another story. This is one of those shows like I just wouldn't recommend. Not because like it's bad or good, but just because it's average. Like, why would you watch something of this caliber if it's not really bad or really good? That's a really good waste of your time. You know what I mean? And if you want to really waste your time in a good way, efficiently, I mean, and you gotta be completely irony poisoned or just complete quality, just masterpiece. All right, guys, I'll have an outro, but if I did, it wouldn't matter because I'm making this video. Good night. I wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the gym, and it's now 9:30. So I might not go to work tomorrow. See you. She got a backwood on her nightstand. No, she been fucking wet gunna. Yeah.